So, August 3rd, 2025, tomorrow's August 4th. I was thinking about a few things. I was listening to a podcast last night, and this guy came on there, and it reminded me of a moment I had at Harvard in the fall of 1987. Yep, that's Brent Long in the sky deck right there. That's me in the sky deck. And I vividly remember my professor. It was the first finance class. We're kind of newbies there at Harvard Business School. And I was there during the market crash. And I think the market was closed for a couple days afterwards. And our finance professor said, "So, how come the system didn't totally collapse?" And everybody was afraid to answer. They're depressed because we're not going to get a job because we're going into depression, et cetera, et cetera. And Brent Long on the sky deck raised my hand. He walked up there like a Harvard professor does, and he said, "So, Mr. Long, what's the answer?" I'm going to miss 107, but whatever. And I said, he came all the way up, walked all the way to the top, leaned on my desk. That's Henry in front of me, David Schechner, who did the AT&T merger. And he said, "So, Mr. Long, do you have the answer?" And I said, "Yes, the Fed liquefied the system." And the guy on this podcast last night, I could tell he understood what I was talking about, because a lot of times I can't talk to a human being that understands it. But by the grace of God, I've met people that get it probably even more than me, but I got it, and it's just a wonderful thing to know that other people understand that the system was collapsed in 1987 and 2007. But end the Fed needs to end now, no matter if you went to Harvard or not. It's going to feel like a near-death experience, but he wanted to end the Fed. He wants to end the Fed, and the Fed needs to be abolished. So it's going to be great. Ciao for now. End the Fed. End the Fed.